What's going on, everybody? Today, we are throwing the Sound Life cast into a Hunger Games simulation. Woohoo! It's time to watch them all kill each other. Oh gosh. And if you're wondering, there are some special guests on the bottom here, because we need to fill in some empty spaces. There are only 32 of us, even though I have only 30, so we're missing some somewhere. I don't know what happened in translation, but yeah. Whoops. Introducing District 1, we have Dim, Archwinter, and Pathos. In District 2, we've got Sandwich, Aegis, and Insanity. In District 3, we have Cosmos, Snail, and Sevior. District 4 is Parrot, Plane, and Ye-Girl. District 5, we have Laser, Shade, Reaper. District 6, we have Killer, Maddox, and Chaotic. District 7, we have Forler, Nemo, Eminem. District 8, we have Zach, Phoenix, and myself. In District 9, we have Green Cat, Regular Cat, and Spidey. District 10, we have Sasha, Cheese Master, Kellen. And for our borrowed guests, our special guests in this series, District 11, we have Jack Black, Steve, Herobrine, and Notch. District 12, we've got Sus, Zombie, and Steve. Let's get into it. Alright, here we are. The Bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Maddox runs away from the cornucopia. Notch rips a mace out of Jack Black Steve's hand. Oh, I thought it was going to say head. I was going to say, ain't no way. Kellen finds a canteen full of water. Kamardon and Sus fight for a bag. Sus gives up and retreats. Aegis runs away. Zach strangles Eminem after engaging in a fistfight. One dead already. Insane. Phoenix, Zombie, Snail, and Sasha share everything they gathered before running. Green Cat runs away from the cornucopia. Dim snatches a pair of sais. Nemo finds a bag full of explosives. Reaper sets off an explosive, killing Cheese Master, Killer, and Parrot. Oh my goodness. Reaper with a triple kill already. Game barely even started. Chaotic is unable to convince Herobrine not to kill him. Chaotic dead already. Sevier runs away from the cornucopia. Shade grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Cat runs away. Archwinter runs away. Ye-Girl runs away. Laser takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Forler runs away. Cosmo runs away. Sandwich receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. Steve runs away. Insanity finds Spidey hunting in the cornucopia, but Spidey kills them. Oh my. Pathos finds a bag full of explosives. Plane runs away from the cornucopia. Already, we have so many dead from that first one. Day 1 in the Hunger Games. Sevier dies from thirst. You've barely even been in here and you're dead from thirst already. What is bro doing? Reaper scares Aegis off. Kamardon searches for a water source. Dim and Jack Black Steve work together for the day. Ye-Girl picks flowers. Oh, that's nice. Zombie receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Sus, Nemo, Green Cat, and Archwinter raid Phoenix's camp while he is hunting. Uh-oh. That's not good. Snail receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Sasha receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Notch searches for a water source. Kellen and Cat track down and kill Spidey. Oh my gosh, getting revenge. Zach searches for a water source. Cosmo searches for firewood. Herobrine tries to sleep through the entire day. Shade, Maddox, Sandwich, and Laser hunt for other tributes. Forler receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Plane stalks Steve. Pathos tries to spear a fish with a trident. 8 cannon shots could be heard in the distance. Eminem, Cheese Master, Killer, Parrot, Chaotic, Insanity, Sevier, and Spidey. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Zombie receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Aegis receives an explosive. Phoenix looks at the night sky. That's peaceful. That's nice and calm. Jack Black goes to sleep. Jack Black goes to sleep. Nemo tries to treat his infection. Forler tends to his wounds. Zack climbs a tree to rest. Reaper defeats Laser in a fight but spares his life. That's gonna come back to bite him. That's gonna come back to bite Reaper. I bet anything. This guy, this Laser man, he's gonna come back and kill you, Reaper. I bet you. Pathos screams for help. Cosmo goes to sleep. Dim tries to sing himself to sleep. Snail overpowers Green Cat, killing them. Oh my. Dead. Murdered in cold blood. Herobrine, Shade, and Sandwich cheerfully sing songs together. Aw, that's nice. Archwinter goes to sleep. Kellen convinces Kamardon to snuggle with him. Apparently the boat boys are getting back together, I guess, somewhat here. How wholesome. How wholesome. Steve climbs a tree to rest. Maddox destroys Cat's supplies while they are sleeping. Sasha convinces Ye-Girl to snuggle with them. Aww. Notch goes to sleep. Honestly, one death? Pretty wholesome night otherwise. We are on day 2. Laser tries to sleep through the entire day. Maddox chases Steve. Pathos sets off an explosive, killing Phoenix. Wow, so his poor Phoenix gets his supplies raided by 4 people, and then he gets murdered. Nice. Jack Black Steve runs away from plane. Snail seeks smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Reaper searches for firewood. Cat steals from Kellen while he isn't looking. Nemo begs for Aegis to kill him. He refuses, keeping Nemo alive. Again, I bet you that comes back to bite him. That was not a good idea, Aegis. Way to go. Ye-Girl attacks Shade, but he manages to escape. Good. Good. Kamardon defeats Sasha in a fight, but spares their life. No. Why would I do that? I'm going to get murdered. Great. Dim makes a wooden spear. Zack camouflages themselves in the bushes. Herobrine, Zombie, Sandwich, and Notch hunt for other tributes. Sus defeats Forler in a fight but spares their life. This is such a wholesome game. You can't get much wholesomer than this. Archwinter scares Cosmo off. Cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Green Cat and Phoenix. Only 2 dead so far. Well, on top of the first 8. We have 10 people dead so far. Not a lot. Honestly, there's not a lot of people that are out of this. Every single guest is still in here, though. Come on, Sound Life crew, we gotta take care of that. We can't let these guests get the better of us. Forler, Steve, Aegis, and Sasha tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Another wholesome night. Come on, can we keep up with this? Can this just be how the Sound Life series goes? Can this just be it? Just wholesome. No one kills each other. All of us stay on our higher lives so we don't kill each other. Like, this is how it needs to be. Cosmo cooks their food before putting their fire out. Notch tends to his wounds. Zack tends to their wounds. Sandwich looks at the night sky. Kellen and Shade huddle for warmth. See, the boat boys, so wholesome. This is what we'd like to see. The boat boys are here. They are better and stronger than ever. We are more united. You cannot take us down. Nemo dies from an infection. And then you have Nemo just dying from an infection. Like, not even killed. He just dies from an infection. Great. Lovely. Zombie loses sight of where he is. Maddox screams for help. Dim sets up camp for the night. Plane and Kamardon tell stories about themselves to each other. Wholesome. So wholesome. Snail tries to sing herself to sleep. Pathos goes to sleep. Cat cries themselves to sleep. That's a shame. Sus kills Ye-Girl while they are sleeping. Oh my goodness. Another death. This one actually in cold blood. Wait. Another... Bruh. These stupid guests keep getting the better of us here. That cannot happen. Laser dies from thirst. Another natural cause. Come on, man. Stop. Archwinter receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Reaper strangles Herobrine with a rope. Let's go! Jack Black Steve stays awake all night. Day 3. Pathos receives fresh food. Cat sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Sandwich collects fruit from a tree. Steve fishes. Shade and Archwinter fight Aegis and Notch. Aegis and Notch survive. Shade is gone. Shade and Arch are gone. Notch, the developer of Minecraft, comes out on top with his superior Minecraft knowledge and probably hacking. I don't know what he does all day, to be honest. Plane defeats Zombie in a fight, but spares their life. Zack defeats Maddox in a fight, but spares their life. Kellen discovers a river. Sus hunts for other tributes. Dim sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Kamardon, Snail, Jack Black, Steve, Reaper, and Cosmo hunt for other tributes. Sasha sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Forler receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Nemo, Ye-Girl, Laser, Herobrine, my boy Shade, and Archwinter. You hate to see it. Cosmo loses sight of where he is. Aegis and Kamardon talk about the tribute still alive. Jack Black Steve loses sight of where he is. Everyone's just losing sight. Just bring a flashlight, start a fighter or something, I don't know. Sandwich screams for help. Zombie fends Steve, Sasha, and Plane away from his fire. Ooh. Snail, Sus, Forler, and Notch, and Maddox sleep in shifts. Zack receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Pathos forces Cat to kill Kellen or Dim. They refuse to kill, so Pathos kills them instead. Oh my. At least Kellen is still alive. Reaper cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. What do you mean? Reaper was doing so good. Reaper... I can't believe that. Reaper had so many kills. Day 4. Woohoo. Snail scares Plane off. Zombie attacks Sasha, but they manage to escape. Aegis stalks Blackjack. Aegis stalks Jack Black Steve. Notch runs away from Kamardon. Good. Better. Zack, Pathos, and Forler hunt for other tributes. Steve receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Sandwich makes a wooden spear. Maddox chases Cosmo. Kellen sprains their ankle while running away from Dim. Sus collects fruit from a tree. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Cat and Reaper. How many guests do we still have alive? 5. Almost as many as there are members left. Well, not really, but still pretty close. It would make up like a quarter of the people left alive. Jack Black, Steve, and Snail huddle for warmth. Maddox dies of dysentery. Oh, another natural cause. Kellen attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Sasha throws a knife into Sandwich's chest. Already a more violent night than we've seen so far. Insane. Plane, Forler, and Steve track down and kill Kamardon. I'm out. No. Oh, Kellen. Kellen is the last one alive in the Boat Boys. He is the last one left. Zombie is awoken by nightmares. Notch receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Cosmo and Aegis track down and kill Sus. There we go. Another guest out. Get them out. Zack passes out from exhaustion. Pathos and Dim sleep in shifts. Day 5. Notch runs away from Plane. Steve, Jack Black Steve, and Pathos get into a fight. Pathos triumphantly kills them both. Both Steves do not have enough power to escape the wrath of Pathos. Pathos kills 2 Steves with 1 stone. Zack forces Zombie to kill Aegis or Sasha. He decides to kill Sasha. Sasha is out. Dim travels to higher ground. Orler discovers a river. Snail falls into a pit and dies. Wow. Cosmo sprains his ankle while running away from Kellen. Wow. Honestly, day 5, a lot of action. 8 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Maddox, Sandwich, Camardon, Sus, Steve, and Jack Black Steve. And we have Sasha and Snail all out. We do not have very many people left. Pathos with 4 kills, though. Wow. 2 more guests. Good. We are rising up. Night 5. Orler stays awake all night. Dim, Aegis, Notch, and Plane sleep in shifts. Cosmo convinces Kellen to snuggle with him. How dare you turn on the boat, boys? I guess we're all dead, so it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Pathos and Zack run into each other and decide to truce for the night. That's good. Zombie tends to their wounds. Not much, like nothing happened there, actually. The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Notch shoots an arrow at Plane, but misses and kills Forler instead. Okay, I see how it is. Wow. Kellen decides not to go to the feast. Aegis decapitates Dim with a sword. Oh my goodness, this is why you don't go to the cornucopia. Zack severely injures Cosmos, but puts him out of his misery. Oh my gosh. Another dead. Pathos decides not to go to the feast. Zombie cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Apparently there was... Huh. Well, I mean, not anymore, but apparently there was 2 more guests left I didn't realize, so lovely. Great. Alright, let's move on. Day 6! Zack's trap kills Kellen. No! Kellen, the last standing member of the Boat Boys. Out! He's out. Plane travels to higher ground. Notch defeats Pathos in a fight, but spares his life. Aegis travels to higher ground. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Forler, Dim, Cosmo, Zombie, and my boy Kellen. All of them dead. 5 people left. We're the top 5 here. 5 people alive. Pathos, Aegis, Plane, Zack, and one of the guest characters that I hope dies soon because we cannot have him winning this. Aegis sees a fire but stays hidden. Pathos cries themselves to sleep. Plane sees a fire. Zack and Notch tell stories about themselves to each other. Wow, a very timid night 6 apparently. Pathos sprains his ankle while running away from Aegis. Plane practices their archery. Zack searches for a water source. Notch collects fruit from a tree. Day 7. Pretty mid. No cannon shots could be heard in the distance. Surprising, I know. Night 7. Aegis, Notch, Zack, and Pathos sleep in shifts. Plane dies from thirst. Oh my goodness. Plane dead from natural causes. Just like most other people, apparently. Aegis collects fruit from a tree. Pathos searches for firewood. Zack tracks down and kills Notch. Let's go. Final guest is out. We are down to the final 3, everybody. On day 8. It took 8 days to get to the final 3, but we are here. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Plane and Notch. We have 3 people left. Pathos with 4 kills, Aegis with 4 kills, and Zack with 4 kills. All of them on 4 kills. Pathos, Zack, and Aegis discuss the game and what might happen in the morning. Death, probably. A lot of death. I bet you I'm going to click this button. We're going to see a lot of people dying. We're going to see a double kill, I bet you anything. Zack bashes Pathos' head in with a mace. And then Aegis just falls into a pit and dies, apparently. For whatever reason, he thought it would be a good time to take fall damage at that moment, and he is out. Aegis and Pathos are out, which means Zach is the winner of the Hunger Games. Zach has won. We'll see if this reflects the standings in the actual game at all. As we can see the placements here, winner. We have runner-up Aegis, third place Pathos. I managed to score myself 16th place apparently. Don't know how that's possible, but a lot of the guests did get a lot farther than they should have, so somehow managed to out-survive every other Sound Life person. But whatever.